My nicknames are Just Dan and Hambone.
Hambone? I don't understand that.
One of my nicknames, Hambone.
It's because you like bone-in ham, or
no? I think I just gave myself that moniker.
Okay, got it. I don't know if that counts as a nickname then.
Hey, watch him with Dan and Tony. Hey, watch him with Dan and Tony. It's like watching, yeah.
Welcome to Hate Watching with Dan and Tony. It's a little earlier today, so I'm not being as loud as possible, and I'm Dan.
Oh boy, you know what? The energy's out the window. We gotta cut the show. We gotta stop.
We gotta stop. We're starting over.
Shannon's dragging us down already. All right, just let loose. That's right. Don't try to be polite. You gotta let loose.
Are you ragging on Shannon?
No, of course I'm not. Don't ever. You know what?
Get us both hit.
That's it. We're both dead. She's got us. I apologize, Dan. I've done this to us. R.I.P.
Who are you?
Oh, my name's Tony. Nice to meet you all.
Just Tony. Speaking of nicknames, you never had any real nicknames, Tony?
So my nicknames would be T-Bone, obviously.
We call you T-Bone all the time.
See, T-Bone. And then Chiswick, Tony Chiswick. A buddy of mine in high school refused to say my name correctly, and so he just decided just to forever say it Chiswick, and it kind of stuck. I don't know.
I still don't know how to say your name.
Nobody does, and everyone calls me Czech, which is fine. Like, I accept it's Zek, obviously, but I accept Czech as well. So he was like, "Well, I'm going to combine them, and I'll call you Chiswick." So
there it is.
Yeah, he beat me.
So my nicknames were Hambone and Just Dan.
This Hambone thing is just.
You can start calling me Hambone.
I don't know how.
With Hambone and Tony and Hambone. Hambone here.
Tea and ham. That's what we'll call it. Tea and ham. Bones.
It's funny. I listen to another podcast where the guy's name is Hambone. I hadn't thought about that.
His not his real name though.
No,
he's a character. I assume
that's what he. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. I hadn't thought about that.
I just don't. Maybe I don't know what a ham bone is, other than what I put in soup.
Yeah, that's what a ham bone is.
Okay, so you just like soup? Are you a soup guy?
No,
you like a nice white bean soup? That's what I put my ham bones in, just to give a little flavor.
Oh, that's good. Tony, what do we do on this show?
Whoa, this is not my job. On this show, we take a look at movies from the present and the past and dissect them only the way two idiots could.
Granularly.
I don't know that word, so I can't use it in my description, Dan.
Well, a grain is like a small part of maybe something larger. Yeah, like a grain of sand. So when you look at the, there's the beach, but then there's the grain of sand. So that means you're focusing in on tiny, insignificant things.
And that is why I don't like the beach, because of those tiny grains of sand that get all over me.
Oh, you and I, yes, I do not like the feeling of very dry sand on my feet. Don't care for it.
No, it's the worst. Yeah, that's awful. I hate it.
Tony, I think you picked the movie that we're doing this week, didn't you?
I have.
Or did I pick it?
Honestly, I have absolutely no idea. I'm going to introduce it though. Either way,
who picked? I picked it. I picked the movie because you did. Because we did Balls Up. Last week.
Did Balls Up.
I picked
Classic.
Marty. Oh, the movie we did was Marty Supreme.
We're not allowed to do the show this early. We're all over the pitch here. We're doing
Marty Supreme, 2025, 2 hours, 29 minutes with maybe 6 minutes of credits.
Not a lot. Like we're stretching that 2:30 as close as we can.
Yeah, they wanted to get as much of that. The Safety boys, they wanted to get it up there on the screen and show you every aspect of what it takes to try to make the money, to pay back the money, to get the money, to do the thing.
They did not want to show you how to play ping pong. I'll tell you that.
Now, I'm conflicted on this movie. I didn't like it, of course. But it seemed like it was a well-directed movie. It seemed like it was a well-acted movie, well-lit movie. The camera
it looks nice.
seemed like it did things, But then they
did some stuff.
Then they made a bunch of decisions. One of them was a script.
Sure.
One of them was the music, which I'm going through the Rotten Tomatoes, and I haven't seen reviews, and I haven't seen one person mention the music. They say that the music is very loud at times, but whoever put this music together was insane.
That actually makes me happy, by the way, because we've been having soundbar issues. So we're thinking about replacing our soundbar. Sometimes it feels like our dialogue is muffled,
Sure.
So like the music's too loud and then we have to turn it up and then it's just a whole thing. And that happened with this movie. And I was like, man, I hate this soundbar, but maybe it's not entirely my fault.
No,
maybe it's part soundbar, part movie mix. So that actually makes me a little bit happy. Thank you, person on Rotten Tomatoes, for making my day.
Because this movie has, at times, it has old-timey music because it's set in the 50s.
Right, which is appropriate.
It has 80s thriller music.
Not appropriate.
It has 90s thriller music.
Less appropriate. Yep.
And it has 80s jacked up songs that you sort of jacked with.
Yeah, you vibe with it. So, and here's my thing. Unrelated to the movie, I very much like the soundtrack. Like a lot of these are music that I would listen to and enjoy. But it's very weird with the movie because most of it hasn't even been made yet. And I know that that shouldn't bother me as much as it does, but it does. It does bother me. I don't know.
Well, if they'd have picked a thing and it said like, okay, this whole movie is going to be 80s rockin' pop.
Sure,
classics,
but set in the 20s or whatever. Yeah.
I still wouldn't have liked it. I still would have thought it was dumb.
But it would have an identity.
There would be a consistency to it.
Yeah.
This movie, sometimes they blare up this like 80s thriller music or 90s thriller music, which is different.
It sure is. Yeah.
You're just like, what is happening? Why are we doing that? Why have we made this decision?
I didn't make the decision. I'll tell you that because it's a weird. If you're in the post house and maybe he was just like on iPod shuffle mode and just randomly was like, okay, this is fun, and next, this one's fun. I don't know.
Do you want to give some quick overviews of the acting?
I thought it was acted well. So here's my thing about Timothy Chalamet. I think we talked about this last week when we were talking about the movie. Is I don't think I've seen much with him in it, and we realized that he's in the asteroid movie.
Yeah, he was fine in that.
Yeah, he wasn't the bad part of the movie, so that's good.
True.
But that's kind of it, and so I wasn't totally sure. And I know these Dune movies that you love to talk about. He plays probably like a very serious, dry character. And so this was interesting for me because I thought he did a decent job. I don't think he did a wonderful job.
Oh, okay.
I think he plays the character very well, right? But it's an unlikable character. And then my thing is somehow he charms everybody. Right? Like these women are just head over heels in love with him. I was never charmed by him.
He charms everyone, but he is never charming.
Right. And so that's a problem, right? And I don't know if it's the writing or if it's his acting is somehow charmless. I don't know. And I don't want people to come for me. I'm not saying Timothy Chalamet is charmless. I'm just saying this character was charmless, and I do think he needed to have charm. He needs to be a piece of shit, but so charming that we're still like, fuck, I would also do it with this guy. And I didn't feel that. So, but other than that, I thought the acting was good.
Yeah. Yes. And that's the thing. Before we started, I went to Rotten Tomatoes, and I was like, I need to see what the consensus of the people is, because the people have opinions.
Of course we do.
We don't usually do this, but I'm going to do this a little bit.
You're going to read some.
I'm going to read some things.
I love this, yeah.
What is it? There's something.
You really should have had these locked and loaded, though, Tim.
No, this one's very long.
Okay.
Oh, what was it? The ending. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Oh, the ending, yeah.
There are some movies that require your undivided attention and should be seen on the big screen for the first time. Movies like Lost in Translation or The Life Aquatic.
What? First of all, I would argue neither of those are movie theater movies, but continue.
Even The Joker, I think. So it feels like he has lots of other things about Marty being a narcissist, but like those three movies as like the sort of your go-to movies to talk about this movie. Okay, there's two more. This one's a little longer, the last one's short. Wish the ending gave us the relief we needed. Would have loved to see Marty in the championship, or at least if he came and saw his baby and thought that was incredible and tells Rachel he's committed to being a dad, and then he walks out of the hospital with her and presses there to write about the real champion, or he uses the notoriety to market the ping pong ball idea. Something.
I think you misunderstood the point of the movie, person that wrote that.
Last one. Thought there would be more ping pong.
Now that is something that I agree with. And that's just based on the trailer, which made it seem like it was a sports movie. And I would argue this is not a sports movie.
Not a sports movie because
it's a movie with ping pong in it, but it's not a movie about ping pong.
I mean, there's pretty much only two ping pong seat. There's just
it's basically like saying Top Gun is a volleyball movie. That's like the equivalent, only with less sexy dudes with their shirts off.
Yeah, this movie doesn't really establish him. You don't have faith that he's the best or deserves anything or anything. He
doesn't deserve anything. That's for sure.
Doesn't deserve anything. What are your, before we start talking about the movie, thoughts about this movie?
Well, I'd love to talk about this guy that was like, I wanted some sort of catharsis at the end. And I want to reiterate, then you're watching the wrong movie. Because like this movie isn't about him succeeding. This movie is kind of about this piece of shit going through life and then basically being like, well, I guess my life's over now. I have a child. That's what I got out of the movie.
Oh, really? That's what you think it is? Oh,
yeah,
wow. I didn't get that at all.
I mean, listen, it's probably not. He cries and he's very happy to see his baby at the end. But I'm just like, well, your ping pong dream's dead, right? Like, you're going to have to go work at your stupid shoe shop. You're tangled with this woman. Your mom's not going to let you escape. Like, you're done. You're done. You did your adventure, and now you're done. Your life's over. This is the next 40 years. That's what I got out of it. To be my own shit. That might be my own shit projecting that on Marty Supreme, but that's
you definitely bringing your human baggage to this. Oh wow!
I got a lot of bags. Bellhop, please, ding ding.
Because I really thought he was gonna like basically commit himself to the child for like 4 days and then be off.
Well, I mean, that is in the real world. That is what this character would do. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 4 days might even be too much. It might not even make it back to the room with his lady
before he's sleeping with one of the nurses in the hospital.
Yeah. He's not going to make it.
Yeah, I mean, in a movie like this, very hard to sort of think about because the main character is he's just a piece of shit. And he
doesn't learn or grow or change. Right?
Yeah.
Like I can argue that him allowing himself to be spanked and embarrassed is like him humbling himself a little, I guess. But then he turns around and does the opposite of everything in the next scene, right? So he just will do anything to do this. He does it. And then on to the next adventure.
Kind of. That's why I dislike him as a character, is because he doesn't ever even stand up for himself. He oddly never even stands up for himself. And you're just like, what even are you? I mean, it's like, I don't want to spend any time with this guy because at least if he was a self-confident dick, he would have stood up for himself and said, oh, go fuck yourself. Like, because I mean, I don't know. I'm sure I've told stories where like, I've been at a toy show or whatever selling stuff and I've been like the world's biggest prick. And, it's like, I will burn this thing down before I will take your disrespect.
I will tell you that I don't think we get those stories enough, Dan. If we've had stories like that, we need more. We need more Dan against the world. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, here's one. We're at the Atlantic City collectible show, and we had this King Kong puzzle from the original movie of King Kong. Comes in this cardboard envelope, a paper envelope, big color, 1933 or whatever it is.
Sure.
Bought it at Glendale for like $100. Have it out for like $800, I think. $750, $800.
Great profit.
Gotta make some good money on this.
Yeah.
Guy comes into the booth. He's like, this is Atlantic City. So, the people coming to that show are like stockbroker,
high class,
shit, fucking assholes. And this guy's like, blah, 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 blah. I want this thing. And, and then he starts like beating me up on price. And I'm just like, no.
No, thanks.
And I think, did the day goes, I just turn around and don't pay attention to it. I just walk away from him.
Yep.
Oh, he was so angry.
Well, the worst thing you could do to a guy like that is not acknowledge him. Because that's his whole existence. Yeah.
He's like, I got money, I do it. Well, then give me my fucking money. I don't care. I don't care about your problems. Whatever. Get lost. He leaves, comes back again. We do the whole dance again.
Oh, God.
Leaves again in a huff, then comes back, and I think the third time I knock off $100 or something, and we do the deal, and then he's like, "We're buddies," and I'm like, "No,
hey, you're a good guy. You're a good guy. Come here, bring it in here."
I'm like, I didn't go at him again, but I was just thinking, no, you're a piece of shit.
No,
go fuck yourself,
guy.
Because if you're gonna come at me, just come at me like, oh man, I love this piece. That come at me like a human being. Don't come at me like you're in charge, because you're not in charge.
He's the man.
He's not the man. He's a piece of shit. This is my domain, and I never got that from Marty. I always got from Marty. It's just like he's just a Weasley loser that's good at ping pong, and he thinks he's special, but he's not. He was never special. He was, he won a game. He finally won a game. So you're like, well, he's really good at something, but he's nothing.
He's pretty good, because honestly, I don't even know if that guy's that good, because the whole movie, Marty kept telling me it's the paddle, not the player. So I don't even know how good that guy is, to be honest with you.
We'll talk about a couple of those things where it's like, well, let's set up a thing, and then it's just not a thing. They set up a movie thing, and then it's just like it goes away, which. Well, then answer me, because this Japanese guy comes, he plays the Japanese guy. The Japanese guy wins. He has a different paddle.
Yeah.
Do you think it's wrong to? Do you think they were trying to subvert expectations, or do you think? What do you think that was? You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I don't know. So the character just makes excuses, because at first it's the white ball, so he wants colored balls. Then it's the wrong paddle. We didn't really get a third thing, I don't think, which would be like an escalation of his excuses of why he lost and he should have won. But I don't know. I don't really know. I also don't know how to play ping pong very well, so I don't really understand if the paddle would make a difference.
Yes.
Also, I didn't realize, if this is even true, that they wore black because the balls are white. Is that even real, or did he make that up too? I don't know.
I mean, we played ping pong as kids, and we never had problems seeing the ball.
That's fair.
But they're also they're hitting
it way faster than you are. Okay,
they do make orange balls and yellow balls
for sure. Yeah.
The other thing that I will forget to mention is when he goes to the bowling alley to play ping pong, they just play it comically bad.
Yes. Yeah.
Like to the extreme of like when we were kids, we were playing better ping pong than those idiots. And we were like 9 years old. So we were making shots like this that would come back over the edge, and we made shots like that all the time, and we were not good.
Are you sure? Maybe you were super good.
Yeah.
You don't even know.
I missed it. No,
you never tested your skills, Dan. That's your problem right there. You were complacent.
No, because the real ping pong players, it's all about putting spin on the ball, right? That's
correct. Yeah.
It's all about, and those balls, if you played one of those real guys, that ball would come and you'd be like, oh, it's going to be right here. Then you would swing where it should be. It's not there at all. You just be like, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh,
teleports
whoosh.
4 feet to the left, and you're like, what just happened? I have no idea.
Those guys are doing magic, and I don't know. It'd be interesting I should have watched some real ping pong compared to the ping pong, because the ping pong in this is like slam, and I'm 6 miles slam.
He does do like the tennis grunt a lot. That's like his thing. Yeah, that made me laugh a lot. And I don't know if it should. I don't watch ping pong. I've never watched the World Series of ping pong. I don't know.
We one Christmas we watched the World Series of the thing where you toss the little bags of beads into the cornhole.
Cornhole is one of my favorite games in the world, Dan.
And I will tell you this: when we sat there, for a couple hours watching cornhole, way more exciting sports-wise than this thing was ever.
I believe that. Cornhole's the best. I love it. I love that game. My family loves that game. We play it all the time. I have a mini set in my trunk at all times. Just so you know, if you ever want to play it, just let me know and I'll bust that thing out.
Okay. Shall we talk about this movie? Do you have any more upfront things you want to bring up?
We can talk about it, but it's pretty chaotic. So I feel like we're doing a great job already.
Doing good. We start with, I think it's Tears for Fears. I think it's Tears for Fears or Peter Gabriel. I guess there's a Peter Gabriel song in here too. Someone said that.
Which song is this? Can you sing it?
I just want to sing Everybody Wants to Rule the World, but I think that's the final song.
I agree. So I don't remember which song this was, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I don't. It's in a ladies' shoe store. Here's Marty Mauser. He looks like a rat, right? He looks terrible.
I don't know if we're allowed to knock Timothée Chalamet's look. I'm not sure if that's allowed because apparently he's very attractive. That's what people think.
I asked Shannon and she's like, it's okay.
I don't think he's attractive at all. I don't know when, but I like my men. You know what I mean?
I get it.
So maybe he's just not my cup of tea. But I just, in general, I don't find his features appealing.
Most of this movie takes place at night, and at the end, we have some scenes very much in daylight, very close to his face, and his complexion looks terrible.
Yeah, and I think that's on purpose, right? Because
it felt like they uglied him up.
The boyfriend of the lady that had the baby, the husband, that's the word. Yeah, the husband.
He's the boyfriend.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. So the husband was like, I hope his face is all marked up like his dad or something like that. So he
said that once
on it. So they're definitely doing that. Yeah.
But I didn't notice it till the ends.
Also, nobody else talks about it. So he mentioned it and I was like, is it? And then later they show a close up and I was like, oh, I guess it is. That hasn't really played a part in the movie at all, but I guess that's true.
So in comes Rachel, who's played by some super hot actress or some actress with a lot of Riz.
Oh, Riz right now. Yeah, great.
Riz.
Riz in the biz.
She's all like, I came in and bought these shoes and I left my old shoes. Marty, can you take me in the back and show me the shoes? And you're like, oh, okay, they're going to fuck. They're playing Forever Young. I want to be forever young.
Yeah, okay, I remember.
So they go back and he has to slip by the manager. The guy who owns the store wants to make Marty the manager in front of his kid because Marty's like this great salesman. We just needed a line where he was charming the woman he was selling the shoes to, because he was showing this one woman, and it just would be a different movie if something happened in that moment initially where you're just like,
this guy's got the gift.
This guy's got something, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you don't give him that, then we're never going to be.
He's nothing.
We're never going to be drawn in.
Yeah.
So that we forgive all of his trespasses, because all he does is trespass in this movie, and you're just like, well,
sometimes literally.
Yes.
Yeah.
So boom, here they are banging it out.
Banging it out.
We get the lyric "drop the bomb or not" in the middle of it, and then for some reason we've taken that song and we've added a children's chorus to that song,
Is that
which
not normally there?
Never heard that before. So I'm just like, well, like I guess he's putting the seed into her.
Well, I mean, sure he is, because the credits become just semen going into the egg.
Yeah.
So
we're doing the sperm POV, and then
which is why I felt like the movie bookends with him creating life and then his life ending. That's the way I looked at the movie. I don't know. I guess I'm reading too far into it.
Wow, Tony. I mean, I came away from this movie like going, are there themes? I couldn't, I didn't see the themes. So I'm glad that you saw the themes.
It's not a great theme.
So we go seamlessly from the egg, the fertilized egg, into a ping pong ball, and then he's at the ping pong fight club. You're like, okay, ping pong fight club.
Ping pong fight club. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
He gets a call. It's Sandra Bernhardt. That his mom, who's played by Fran Drescher, who they criminally give her nothing to do in this movie. It's just like, you have Fran Drescher and you have Sandra Bernhardt as like mom and aunt or whatever, and
yeah,
they don't even have barely a scene. He just goes home and he yells at her basically off screen.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
She probably just read the script and was like, I'd love to be in this movie. Yeah.
So
she was she president at the time still? I don't know when the changing of the guard happened, but she might have still been SAG president when this started.
Oh, could have been. Yeah. So the mom says that they're saying she's sick and you got to go there. And he's just super callous. Is like, fuck you. I'm not doing it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Rachel brings him food. I don't know what that's about. And we talk about the orange ball. So he wants to make this balls orange because balls are white. And if you're wearing a white shirt, you can't see the ball.
Yep. Great.
So
that if that was something that was relevant in the movie, great.
Oh, there's one scene that's, very impressive and has a good sound effect. So he's pitching this to this father and son. I don't know if the father's the shoe store owner or someone else. I don't really know.
He is.
He is. It's the same guy.
I'm pretty sure, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm almost positive.
I don't think so, though, because the other guy in the shoe store that he gets the money from, he says, you're not going to get the manager. And I thought that was the kid of the manager of the store.
Yeah, no, you're right. Maybe. Dan, I don't know.
So he's pitching this dad and the son.
He's
Son's
pitching
Dion.
somebody.
Dion is very large. And then he's talking about how I'm going to win all these things, and then ping pong's going to be huge, and then everyone's going to want to have orange balls.
Hilarious.
There it is. He's going to win the British Open. He's going to be the face of the sport. Let's see. So what happens is he needs money to buy a ticket to England for the British Open, but the shoe store guy has left and hasn't given him the money that he owes him. And so here's the other guy with the safe, and Marty pulls out the gun and is like, give me the money. He was going to make me the manager. He's fucking you over, but if I leave, you can be manager.
They do have to be different people. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
They're different people.
So Marty's all like, and you could say I robbed you and give me the money. So he gives him the $700 to some more 80s music. Yeah, I got the 80s music. Boom, now we're in London. So he's gotten the money, gone there, left the country. He's in London. He dominates in round one, but there's also a Japanese guy who's dominating with a magic paddle. Then we have this really weird, loud music for round three, and he beats an old guy.
He beats an old guy.
Beats an old guy.
Apt description. I love
it. Then he goes and he tracks down the head of the Ping Pong Association. Is all like, I'm the greatest. I'm good for table tennis. You need to put me up in the Ritz with all the other big guys. And the guy's like, no.
Yeah.
Next we
which
know,
you can't really blame him for.
Next we know, Marty is in the big hotel, and he's talking to reporters, and he's talking about how great he is, and then he makes an Auschwitz joke.
Oh,
and then
that was hard.
And then he's like, I can make that joke because I'm Jewish.
Yeah.
This is the point at which you're like, oh, so Marty's like the unforced error guy? Is that that's who he is?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're just like, so he's just, what we're going to see is this series of unforced errors that are going to kind of
derails him.
That are going to kind of cascade, but they're also not going to really cascade because he's always just going to look for another thing to get around the unforced error.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Tony, do you have anything to say about all this?
Well, I'm confused on how this all happened. Should I not be based on the movie?
What are you confused about?
How did he afford the Ritz?
He didn't. He went there and he lied to them. This is all left out of the movie, but it's implied by later information that we receive. I mean, this movie,
is that why he gets the fine?
The $1,500 fine, the bill that he gets is the money that he spent in the hotel. So he goes to so at some point he goes to the hotel, convinces them that he's one of the players. They put him in the royal suite.
I don't
know. These are all never would happen things. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. It's if we'd seen this guy have some amount of charm, we'd be like, oh yeah, he charmed his way in. Okay, but he doesn't charm his way in. He walks over and sort of gets somebody going, and then makes an Auschwitz joke, and then they're just like, this guy's weird, but we'll just keep writing down what he has to say.
We'll just keep talking to him because for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah. Great. So he's scamming all this, and he scams everything, but not in like a good way.
Yeah. Not in a cool way.
Not in a cool way.
He's not a smooth talker.
Now he sees Gwyneth Paltrow, who plays Kay Stone, across there, and he's like, who's that? Because she's getting paid attention to, and they're all like, she's a movie star. And so Marty's like, I guess I need to sleep with her.
Yeah. Don't look at me.
So I mean,
this is your favorite movie.
This is my favorite movie. So he makes all of his choices based on what other people want.
No, because that's not what ping pong is, right?
Nobody wants ping pong.
Nobody wants ping pong.
So he calls her, and he's all like, "Come to my room. Come to my room. Watch this. Look out your window. I'm going to throw an apple into a bowl, and that means you should come over and have sex with me."
Yeah, so let's talk about this, because that's what? This isn't charming, right? This would not work on anybody, one, and also not that impressive. He just threw an apple into a different window.
No, he throw an apple into a bowl that had two apples, and it displaced the two apples, and then it stayed in there?
He knocked two other apples out, and his apple stayed. But what? How is that sexy? That doesn't make me go, I'm going to go tickle his ivories. You know what I mean? I don't understand how this is doing anything. And she's like a grown woman.
Right? She's a very grown woman. And has she even seen him at this point? What he looks like?
They locked eyes. They locked eyes in the lobby. I don't know whether or not she remembered who he was, but they did have like a moment. I don't know. And listen, I don't want to, I believe the phrase is, I don't want to yuck anyone's yum, as they say. But she's like a foot taller than him, and he's like the size of just one of her legs. And she's a normal sized person, but he's so scrawny. So when they do the sex scenes, it just looks like a child. It's very weird to me. I don't like it. There's no sex appeal to their sex scenes.
There's no sex appeal in any of this movie. This is the least sexy movie ever.
Shouldn't there be in a movie that seems to have a lot of sex? I I don't know. And maybe this is maybe this is my own baggage. I wanna be excited. All right. I wanna feel the sexy times. All right. And I just don't get it.
There's some movies that you watch and they'll be what was the movie? Oh, you know what? You know what movie? Under the Silver Lake.
No, I haven't seen that because it's directed by an idiot.
Oh, I thought you saw it.
No, should I see it?
Ricky Lindholm is in there. And
Okay.
We're gonna probably do that for the show at some point, but
should we just do it next week? Because now you got me all excited about watching the movie, dude.
I mean, I was like, okay, wow, I'm impressed. You know, like this movie, you're just like,
I'm impressed.
You're just like, okay, there's, you know, I'm gonna keep watching this movie because she's, you know, but it was it was interesting because it also felt real. It didn't feel like a Hollywood thing, you know, like, you know, you're watching Tequila Sunrise and, you know, they play the music and the
great movie.
I'm
That's
sure.
cool.
But that's like those kind of movies. There's very movie sex where you're just okay, this is a bunch of movie sex. Under the Silver Lake, this is like, okay, this is real life. This feels like real life.
Oh, they're doing it. Okay,
yes, they're doing it. This is, you know, it's like, yeah, I can imagine lots of people being in situations like, you know, this is a real situation. The Marty thing, these don't feel like real situations.
No.
These feel like comically overblown, but also stupid things.
Correct. Yeah.
So she goes there, and she's intrigued. So then she goes and watches the semifinals, which are played to rousing electronica music.
Oh yeah, got you going, didn't it, Dan?
No, it was so weird. And then he's playing this guy Klatsky, and then he's dominating Klatsky, and Klatsky was the old champion. Now Marty is dominating him, and so then the last one they play one volley where they're kicking it with their shoes, and Marty's blowing on the ball.
Yeah,
and you're just like, is this
They're putting on a show. They're putting on a show, baby.
Is this real?
It's real. They're just having fun. You know, they're like, let's give the people a show. They're here for a show, which I don't think is correct. But let's put on a show. I don't know.
So
and also you have to see this in order to understand the Harlem Globetrotters thing, I guess.
Harlem Globetrotters thing.
Yeah.
And they hug because he and Klatsky is happy for him that he's passed the baton on it, because that's how most competitors are when they go from one to being kicked out. They're like, well, I'm glad I'm being kicked out by Marty Supreme.
So that's wrong, Dan. I don't know. Maybe you're not very competitive.
That's not how it works.
No, us old dogs.
Tony, if I were to beat you, you'd be like, if I were to beat you, you'd just be like if we did a comedy matchup and I was just so much funnier than you. Everyone knew how much funnier. You would be like, oh, I'm so glad Dan destroyed me at comedy.
I'm so happy that it all worked out for you, my best friend in the world. Nah, fuck that, man. I'm livid.
You'd be like pipe bombing. You know, you do the pipe. You know, when I'm walking back out, I'd be down a knee.
You better believe Nancy Kerrigan. Wait, was that who it was?
I'm Nancy Kerrigan. You're
the victim. Tanya Harding.
Tanya Harding. So you don't buy this that he's going to congratulate him on knocking him out.
Now it makes me think that it's all fake, because then they're also like best friends. They go to dinner and then he's like, I've got a business opportunity for you. So I was like, did he throw the match to try to like convince him to do the Harlem Globetrotters? I got very confused. So no, I don't buy it. I don't know if it's supposed to be real or if it was all fake. I don't know.
Huh. Interesting. They go to dinner and then Marty, at the hotel. And so Marty orders, give me all the food and the most expensive food.
Right. What?
I don't know, man.
It's so weird.
And he's like, and then here's Kay and her husband, who's played by Kevin O'Leary. What did you think of the Kevin O'Leary casting. I guess Shannon said maybe he was a producer on the movie or something.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought he did a surprisingly good job. So he fit the character.
He played a piece of shit, and he's a piece of shit. So
right. So it worked out. Who would have thunk it, huh?
So then he's like, put their meal on my tab. And then he comes over and he's all like, oh, wait, we got to do the Harlem Globetrotters really quick. So Klatsky pitches Marty on doing the Harlem Globetrotters after this thing where they're going to travel around the world. Although I don't know if the Globetrotters really traveled around the world. Maybe they did. I don't know.
So I looked it up, and yes, they have traveled to 124 countries and territories on 6 continents since 1926. So, yeah.
There it is. The Globetrotters.
I don't know like how the consistency or anything, but it is feasible.
So they probably did travel in the 50s. Because it felt like in the 70s when I knew the Globetrotters, they seemed like they were mostly
pretty
American.
Local.
It was an American thing where they travel around the country and did their thing.
Well, they wear America colors. And I think at some point the world was kind of like, well, we're done with this.
Enough of that.
Yeah.
So Marty's like, no, I'd never do that. That's basing myself, blah, blah, never, 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 never. And you're like, okay, yeah, we got it.
I got it, except for it's weird because you just did that. You just put on a show 2 seconds ago.
But no, this was
so is
the British
it really
Open.
Beneath you?
But it was the British Open.
Sure,
that's
but he made a mockery of the British Open. You know, in my opinion, they weren't very professional there. They were being jackasses. But okay.
Oh, interesting.
What do I know?
So here comes the Rockwell guy, Kevin O'Leary. He's like, what do you want? Then we drop this line about the Japanese. He's Marty pitches ping pong to this guy. He's like the mogul of a pen company. And he says, the mogul says, how did a Japanese guy get around the travel ban? And you're like, oh, okay, here's what's going to happen. Marty's going to evoke the travel ban and get this guy kicked out. But we do that line again, or he had already done that line. And then we reinforced that line with here. Yep. And then we never talk about it again.
And then we ignore it. Yeah, because, travel bans and whatnot, they're not all that banny if you think about it.
And then Kevin O'Leary gives up the thing. He says, my son lost his life liberating you people because the Klatsky was in the camps.
Yeah.
Then Klatsky tells a story about the camps. Tony, what was the story?
Something like he played ping pong so they didn't kill him? Is that the story?
No.
You sure?
He played ping pong, and so they're like, you have nimble hands. So they're like, you will disarm bombs. So they send him to the forest.
That's what I just said. He played ping pong good, so they didn't kill him. That's basically what I got from that story.
So he's out dismantling a bomb one day, and lo and behold, he sees bees. He follows the bees back to their hive. Oh, there's a hive. He blows smoke in the hive. Blow, blow, blow. Drives the bees away, then he has the hive. He cracks it open, he smears the honey all over his body, all over his nipples. Then he goes back to the barracks, and all the other prisoners lick the honey off of his nipples.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to say, had all the hot ladies do it. But
no, just everybody. I mean, he's an equal opportunist. That's why we like this character, right?
He's probably my favorite thing of the whole movie, and I believe that we're not going to see much more of him.
So and I don't even know if I should admit this now that maybe I'll edit this out later. So when that story was happening and he covered himself in honey, I thought he was going to be like, and then I slipped through the fence because I was covered in goo. I thought that's where he was going, and I was like, oh, this is a weird story. And then instead, it was just everybody was eating his body. But I thought that's where he was going. I don't know.
You don't have to edit that out. It's very funny. It's not racist.
All right, good.
He's up in the royal suite. Here comes Kay. She's hot. She's blonde. She's old.
Whoa, older. She's older than Timothy Chalamet.
Pretty old. I guess they have sex. I guess they have sex. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I don't know why.
Then we have the finals, which is this is the first sort of serious amount of ping pong we see. Marty loses the flip. He loses match 1. He loses match 2. He loses match 3.
So what's interesting, I thought this was interesting or going to be interesting, and I didn't totally understand it. It seemed like he couldn't handle the guy's serve. It seemed like he was having a hard time with the serve. And I was like, oh, why? What is that? What's going on? And then I don't know. It got all confused. But I thought maybe he was like doing some sort of special serve. But, I don't know anything.
You were thinking of this as if it were a movie.
Sure. Well, yeah, I was, because you told me we were going to watch a movie. And so then I turned on what I thought was a movie. And then I tried to look at it like a movie, you see.
Sports movies have a very specific architecture,
which
is recruiting the right person. It's like in Bad News Bears, you get what's his name, the classic badass neighborhood kid, is doing donuts on his motorcycle, and you get him to come in and play, and he's great. But
what you really mean is Fulton Reed in the Mighty Ducks. I understand. Yeah,
that's another movie, Or you figure out, you look at what they're doing, and then they're doing some tech that you're not understanding. You sort out the tech, and then you're ready through your heart and grit to come back.
That's right. Heart and grit.
When you watch Hoosiers, this is a movie. This is a movie that drives people emotionally, and it's like, is it slightly formulaic? Well, of course it is, because it's a sports movie. This movie's like, take all that formula, throw it in the trash.
Which I guess is probably why people like it, right? Because people like different. I don't know, because everyone was all mad about F1. Because those movies were up against each other for the Oscars. Technically, I know that F1 never stood a chance. I get it, everybody, but I love that it was nominated. It's my favorite movie of the year. So F you. Everyone's like, oh, it's formulaic. It's like, yeah, but it does well. Like, I have no problem with using a formula if you use the formula well and to your advantage. That's not a problem for me. If you use a formula as a crutch and you have a bad movie, but you're just like, well, if we stick to the formula, people will like it. Then it's a problem, right? But if you're able to seamlessly weave your story around a formula, there's nothing wrong with that. That's why it's a formula, because it effing works, people. I don't know why I'm complaining about it. I just love F1 so much.
That's the Brad Pitt one?
Yeah, that's a Brad Pitt one.
And I think they had to, I was reading something that they had to fight to get it in theaters, and it made just a shitload of money in theaters.
Oh, it made so much money. Yeah, Apple wanted to just have it on their Apple screens, and I can't remember his name all of a sudden. The guy that did Top Gun and F1 was like, what are you talking about? No, this needs to be on the big screen, for the love of God.
Yeah. And yeah. So, yes, sports movies are formulaic, but I think you kind of need some of that so that when Marty is being a big, you got in the end, they don't give Marty anything in this movie. Right?
That is correct. Yes. Nothing at all.
He is charmless. He's successful at the ping pong, but he's not, he doesn't, you never feel like he earns the ping pong either, because he doesn't practice. We have like 1 30-second montage between this point and the second big match where he practices.
In fact, mostly what you get is him being like, I should be practicing right now, but I'm here with you. He says that like 3 times in the movie. And I'm like, you're right. You should be, guy. Yeah.
And I mean, it's sort of like he's being rewarded for his terrible behavior, right? The whole thing.
Correct.
He is terrible. He's terrible. He's terrible. Like people, there's dead bodies everywhere. And you're just like, wait, if this was any of the rest of us, we'd all be in jail and locked up and would not be getting along.
And again, I'm going to go back to he kind of is, because now he's got a child. He's in child jail. His dream is over. He's done with ping pong.
I don't think
Game over.
So he loses. He yells at the ref. He throws a trash can. And we get a newsreel about Koto Ando, who won. We find out that he's deaf, which I found super interesting.
Right, because it doesn't really mean anything. You know?
It's also interesting. They kind of shoot him heroically, and then at the end, there's this one shot of him where his teeth are sort of overbit, and you could just be like, "Oh, he's just like a hayseed.
He's just human."
Yeah, he's just this hayseed guy, and that one shot sort of belies that. But then you're like, yeah, but then we don't do anything with that, and it's all instantly gone. And even if that was an intention, the movie just throws it out there and doesn't. They don't
actually care about it. Yeah,
don't seem to care about that.
Yeah.
So he's in Paris. He goes to see the Rockwell guy. The Rockwell guy's like, I love table tennis. What we're going to do is we're going to do an exhibition match. I'm going to give you $1,000, hotel, private plane, but it's going to be about entertaining. We're going to do it a week before the World Championship in Japan, but you've got to lose. And then does he blow it all up right then?
Yeah, he's like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I can't pretend
to... my rep. I got my rep.
Yeah, my image, yeah. Which is non-existent, right?
Yeah, I know. And does he shit? Yeah. Does he shit on the guy's kid at that point? His dead kid that died in the war? Or is that later?
I don't remember if it's here or it's the next time he sees him.
Yeah.
It must be here because then later... he's like, I'm his son's friend and I have his belongings. So, yeah, it must be here that he starts that. Yeah.
Yeah. So he basically blows.
Yes, because he says, you touched a nerve, so I touched a nerve. Let's move on. That's how like that scene kind of.
Oh, yeah. You still owe me a dinner. And you're like, huh? Yeah. I'm a rich guy. I'm not sitting there. You know,
right.
It kind of goes back to my King Kong story. It's like, go fuck yourself. Get out of my booth. You're banned.
Correct.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I'll ban you from the booth.
Get out of here. Yeah.
Because I don't care. Go to hell. Yeah, I had this one guy. I sold something on eBay for $240, right? So
great.
$240. Guy emails me today. Would you take $125 for this? Well, it is already sold.
Half. Right.
It is already sold. So I just wrote him back. I sold this for $240. You know, normally,
sorry,
I'm tempted to go fuck yourself. But you know, you're just like, I sold it for $240. That just shows what a fucking loser you are.
Right. Like, it's worth it, guy. It's worth it. You fucked up.
Okay. Let's talk about sidebar. Money.
Sidebar. Yeah.
We're always talking about money in this movie. What did you think? What did you think of that?
Well, it seemed like money was meaningless, and yet they kept talking about it. This is why I was confused. So, like, the hotel and all that stuff, like, I guess I don't know how things worked in the 1920s, but I would think that he would have to pay some sort of money to even start a tab, right?
Okay,
I don't understand any of that.
Hold on, Tony. We're gonna get back to that. What year did this movie take place?
I think it was 1847. Am I in the ballpark?
Give me a decade.
A decade? I would say the 40s, the 50s, the 40s.
Because you just said the 20s. And I'm like,
this
movie did not take part in the 20s. Okay. It's late 40s, early 50s. Okay.
It's the 1910s.
So they're always.
And these guys are at a hotel.
They're always talking about money. But like you say, but the money doesn't exactly. It means a thing, but it doesn't mean anything.
But it doesn't. It doesn't actually mean anything. Because in the end, he ends up going on a freak trip. Anyhow, I like it. The money it's a weird thing in this where he talks about it. It's like everything else, I guess. He talks about it, but it means nothing, right? I don't know. I found it very, very weird. But then, you know, he steals. Oh, we got to get to this part that I didn't understand in this movie, by the way. But he steals money off the dead guy out of his pocket at some point because the money's so important. But then he doesn't really use it in the end because they didn't even let him pay it back. So he didn't need the money. He got a free trip. Well, I'm bewildered.
A typical movie that deals with money will spend the time dealing with. So like, I need $100 to bail out my cousin or whatever.
Right.
Then we will spend, you know, act 2 getting that money. Then we will find out that getting that money wasn't even necessary, that there's some bigger task that has to occur to get the cousin out of the prison.
Yeah.
Right. You know, where now you're going to have to fight your way through all the cops in that place they
Done.
laugh at you. They're like, ha ha ha, we just sent you on that fool's task because you're an idiot.
That took a real dark turn. He only needed $100, and then now he's got to kill cops. I mean, wow, this is a great movie, Dan. I'm in.
This is a movie I want to see. So it's like, it's the endless amount of different amounts of money. You're just like, well,
100%.
So he's got to come up with $1,500 to pay the old hotel bill, but he's also got to come up with money to get an airline ticket. But then he's got to stay somewhere. But you're just like, oh my god,
it's all very confusing. But then he doesn't need any of it. So I don't know.
Because basically the whole movie is about him trying to get money to do a thing when he could have just not been an asshole and could have gone with the other guy.
100%. Yeah. Yep.
So now we cut to him working with the Globetrotters.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, that makes sense to me because he needs money. And so he's willing to do anything. Which
hold on. He didn't burn it down with Kevin O'Leary. He burns it down the next time he sees him.
Okay. All right.
He just sort of says, I've got my, reputation, and then he storms out. He doesn't burn it down. Yeah. So then he's doing Globetrotters. They're dressed in these weird silk outfits, and they're playing on a tiny ping pong table, and no one cares, and it doesn't make any sense.
I'm going to tell you real quickly. There was this halftime show that I saw when I was working for the Timberwolves where this woman had a bunch of bowls, and then she was on like a unicycle, and she would have the bowls on her feet, and she'd kick the bowls on a unicycle, and they would land on her head, and she was just stacking them. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen. So sometimes the halftime shows are pretty cool. That's all I'm saying.
When I was a kid, they had the Ed Sullivan Show, and there were people that always did shit like that, and then they also spun bowls on poles. Plates and bowls. And I mean, you can still do that shit. People watch that.
It's cool. Yeah, it's cool.
They just put them in skin-tight outfits and call it Cirque du Soleil.
And now I will say that when they bring out the walrus, is that a question? Is it a walrus or is it a seal? It's not a walrus.
It's, you know what it is? It's not a seal. It might be an elephant seal. It's not an elephant seal. It's one step up from a seal. It's not a sea lion.
I don't know. I don't know any animals.
It might be a sea lion, but it might be one step up from a sea lion too. Yes, he has to play ping pong with a sea lion.
That would have been a cool halftime show. Yeah, that would have been great. That's it. That's all.
I want to see Marty go back and, it's like I want to see him behind the scenes griping about the sea lion. That's way more interesting.
Be humiliated a little. Like this is your point of the movie to like degrade him and bring him down and humble him, like they do with the spanking a little bit, but also not really. This is how your character grows.
Because we don't even the spanking. Well, we'll talk about the spanking. That's a good point. We should talk about the spanking because we don't.
We'll talk about the spanking, my friend.
This episode is going to be 2.5 hours long. There's not a lot of ups and downs, highs and lows.
Yeah,
we never see him go, and he's in a low, and they imply that he's in a low, but they don't show him. We don't show it.
Yeah, we don't get to live in it at all.
We never get to see him not being the bullshit Marty who's just bullshitting his way up to the next thing. Okay, so then he goes back to see Kevin O'Leary, and that's when he's like, you gotta let me do the thing, and the guy's like, no, and then that's when he craps on the son, and then he's like, get out, and Marty's like, no, you owe me a meal,
as you would,
and you're just like,
I would be upset too.
Yeah, it's like whatever. He goes around the world with the Globetrotters, plays a seal. Back in New York City, he slips into his mom's house, who's Fran Drescher. They fight, and then he's like, I'm gonna go to Tokyo in a few weeks. He gives her a present, which is a chip of the rock off of the pyramid.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Not anymore. It was a weird scene because you're just like, does he just disdain his mom, or does he really care about her?
He loves her. So it's interesting, right? And this is, I don't know. So her and him are very similar, right? Where they lie and manipulate. He obviously learns it from her. So he loves her, but he's just like, oh, you're so full of shit. And I'm full of shit. And then the Rachel character starts doing that as well. I don't know if she was always that way, but she definitely creeps into that territory. And that's so like, they're all just shitty people lying to each other, but they do care about each other to a certain degree, you know? What was most interesting to me during this scene is he gives her the piece of the pyramid and then he says, quote, we built it. We built that. And it's like interesting that you're taking ownership of something that ancestors built. Just found it interesting.
Huh. He does say that. It's a weird line at that point. He's
yeah.
Like, huh? What's he talking about?
Well, I think it's a little narcissist. So it fits right in.
Yeah. He takes a shower. Here comes a cop to arrest him. And they're arresting him for the money. And they're like, you got two options. Come and work at the shop or you're going to jail. Cop slaps him. And then I think they're going to arrest him. I wasn't sure where we even left, but he flees out the window.
Yeah, he apologizes, and they're like, "Take off the cuffs." So no,
and because the uncle took the money out of the money that he made on the Globetrotters. So
yeah, I don't know.
So he has to flee from the cops. Okay, he's fleeing from the cops.
Yeah.
He's using a phone where Rachel works. She comes in there. She's 8 months pregnant. Does she have the black eye now, or does that come later?
No, the black eye's the next time because this time he basically no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So he's trying to make a call. She comes in. She's crying. She's like, "It's your baby." Then the husband comes in, sees them hugging, and then they do this whole thing where like the father, Marty's father died. They say a lot of weird things that you're just like, what are you talking about? Yeah. This is the tiniest neighborhoods. They know everything.
Right. And they've known each other since they were 8, they said, several times.
Yeah.
So he would know who he is. Doesn't make any sense.
He knows exactly who Marty is. So then he runs out into the street to call the cops because he knows the cops are after him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
He goes and meets his buddy Wally, who's gotten $10. Marty's stinky because he fell into trash, so they go to the hotel. They go to this hotel. At the hotel, the guy says, "Well, I can give you this room for $250, but you can't use the bathtub." He's like, "Okay, give me that one." Yeah. So he goes there. What's his name goes through. We find out that he owes $1,500 to the association for all the bad deeds. The one interesting thing that happens in the movie, he's taking a bath. The bath falls through the ceiling onto this other guy and crushes his arm and almost kills his dog. Yeah. And the dog is sick. And so the guy's like, "Marty, you got to take the dog to the vet. Here's $100.
But the dog's not sick.
It's supposed to be coughing or something.
Right, but the dog's fine.
And Marty looks in the bag and the guy has thousands of dollars in the bag.
Tons of cash monies. Yeah.
So
this was so much more intense than anything else that happens in the whole movie. I was like, oh shit, it's about to begin. And then instead, it kind of slows back down. Yeah. Like this, even when that guy comes back and murders folk, it was much less tense than this scene. So your movie needs to be here more often. Like, I feel like the movie sits at the same level for most of the movie. And then this is like a spike. And then it just comes back down and kind of rests on the same thing.
Yeah. So they go to do, so their plan is to take the $100 and go hustle in the middle of nowhere. They do a hustle in the middle of nowhere. Then they flee, but then they run out of gas. So they go to a gas station and break in there to steal gas. And then here come the guys that they hustled in a truck, but they're able to get away and then burn the gas station to the ground.
Which is weird because the gas station's there the rest of the movie, right? Don't they drive by it later? He's like, see this gas station that's still lit up? It's the next left. I swear. But I could be wrong. But I swear.
but in the midst of this, they lose the dog.
Yeah, I don't love the dog journey in this movie.
I'm only glad that the dog almost gets rescued.
Right. Almost. but then is left in an abandoned, locked house with a dead man. So
3 dead men.
great.
Well, I guess eat those dead men.
Well, but only one of them's on the inside. The other 2 are on the outside.
So they get back. They have money, and Marty's got like $100 or so, and who knows? He goes and meets Rachel, the girlfriend. She's got a black eye, and she says, she's crying, "Are you mad at me?" Okay.
A little.
Marty sneaks back into his mom's place, gets his bags. He goes to Rachel's house and then hits the husband in the face with a trophy.
Just murders him, basically, even though I guess he's not murdered, but he's bleeding quite a bit from the head to be fine later. Just for the record. I mean, I understand head wounds bleed a lot. I know that they say that. I've never had one, knock on wood. My brother had one while I was watching him one time, so it is a thing. But
I wonder how that happened.
Oh, you want to know? Tom Hurdle. If you're he's not watching this, but Tom Hurdle. If you know Tom Hurdle, it's his fault. He's a sweet guy. We were all watching a movie. My brother was on one of those little plastic fire trucks, and Tom was sitting next to him. And my brother just was doing Papa wheelies, and it slipped out from under him, and he fell backwards and hit his head on the fireplace. And so I carried him into my living room, and I was like, "Ma, he hit his head." And she's like, "Well, is he bleeding?" And I took my hand away, and it was just dripping with blood. And then I freaked out. Yeah.
Oh, because you have lots of blood vessels in your head, don't you?
Yeah, they bleed a lot, man. They bleed a lot. So I get it, but also he was kind of doing the twitchy thing where he's dead. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Wait, your brother was doing the twitchy thing?
No, God, no, the guy on the floor. Sorry, I brought it back to Marty Supreme. My brother's fine. Got 4 stitches. He's fine.
Okay.
I mean, he's not too bright, but he's fine.
Is that the beginning of that? You gave your brother brain damage?
Yeah, I did. I messed him up for good,
Tony.
No, he's good. He's a good kid.
So he needs a place to hide out and to stash Rachel because he's pretty much killed her husband. So he goes Dion's place. Dion is the big kid who is helping him with the ping pong balls.
Yeah.
God, this just goes on and on.
I know.
So Rachel's going to stay there. He looks at the ping pong balls. The ping pong balls look great. He mocked up a box. Marty's like, "You're great. You're Dion. You're great. I'm going to shit on you so hard later, but you're great right now."
Yeah.
He figures out where Rockwell is going to be the next day, goes down there. It's a theater. Kay's got a new play, and then Marty's making his move. He blows a bunch of smoke up her ass for her acting because he watched one scene, and then he's on stage doing the Marty. It's this. You know what this movie is? This movie is the anti-Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Right? Because that's Ferris Bueller. You watch that movie and you're like, this guy's a piece of shit. I hate him.
Yeah.
I want him to fail. I want him to die, but everybody loves him and he's charming, and then everything works out perfectly.
Yeah. That's interesting. I watch that movie slightly differently.
How do you watch that movie?
Agree. I agree. Like, oh, man, he's a piece of shit, but he's fun. I kind of want to hang out with him.
You understand the magic.
Yes, you understand the allure of being with him, even though he's going to fuck you over because he doesn't care about you.
He doesn't care.
You get it. Yeah.
He's like, Cameron, we destroyed the car. He's like, I mean, it's good for Cameron. Cameron needs to do that, but
sure.
It kind of is the same movie, isn't it?
It is actually pretty similar when you think about it. But, and almost equal part ping pong. So that's great too.
Jesus Christ. So what about the play and him getting on stage and showing up the young actor in the play and telling Kay how great she is? What?
Super weird, right? Because the idea is I like the idea because this is a great chance for him to charm the whole room, right?
Oh yeah,
and he gets to be the center of attention, which he loves. But then he's just not all that charming. He does a cool knife trick, right?
Does a cool knife trick.
That was cool, but he doesn't do anything cool with it. It's just like a cool flip, got it, and knife. It would have been nice to see him charm a whole room, this guy's pissed off because everyone's like, well, we should just have this guy play the character. This guy's great. You know what I mean? I don't know. Nothing happens.
See, Tony, did you want to fall in love with Timothée Chalamet in this movie, and you did not fall in love with him?
I thought that was going to be the point of the movie. He's the unlikable hero that you root for, you know? But he's not. He's just unlikable. And so I'm just in this movie like, what am I doing here? Why am I here? You know what I mean? Like, why am I watching this happen? I don't understand why I'm here. I'm only still here because of this podcast. But why, as the audience member, are we here? I don't know what the point is.
What's the point? Okay, that's so true. Kay goes up to Kay's room and they fuck in the shower. But she drops like a necklace down the drain.
Well, he unclips it. He does it on purpose.
Oh, he does it on purpose? Oh,
yeah, okay. He did that on purpose. Yeah, he was stealing from her, which is all weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Then he does this bit. And he says, I never accept any help.
Yeah, that's what he says.
You're just like, does he believe that when he says that?
I don't know, because all he does is try to get help. That's his only move. Someone else help me. Someone else help me. I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
Yeah, he's dumb.
And she's like, what happens when you fail? And he's like, you sound like my mom. And then she's like, you sound like a child.
Because he is a child.
He is a child. He is like a child.
Yeah.
He gets the super to come up there, get the diamond necklace out of the drain. Lo and behold, it is costume jewelry.
Funny. That's funny.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
He calls Rachel on the phone, gets Rachel to steal Dion's car, and they're going to go looking for the dog. They find the house. They break into the house. He tries to grab the dog. The dog doesn't come. Then a guy in the truck shows up, and the guy in the truck then gets all weirdly confrontational, like he has something to hide.
Well, he stole the dog, you know?
Did he steal the dog, or did he just...
No, the dog just arrived on his property. It doesn't even seem that bad, but he wants to keep it, I guess, for some reason.
He's obsessed with this dog. It's like dog gold.
Everybody loves this dog. It's the best dog in the world.
He shoots at them, shoots out their back window. They run the car into his porch. They drive away through the corn.
Destroy his whole porch. Yep. It's weird.
But their new thing is, since they don't have the dog, they're going to call the dog guy and try and shake him down for $2,000. And then
which feels like a lot of money, right? I don't know what money was like in 1850, but it feels like that's a lot.
It's like a lot. And you know, we're just like, she's trying to run a con, and she doesn't know how to run a con. Marty doesn't know how to run a con. It's just like, okay,
that's true.
This is great.
That's correct. Yeah.
Go back to Dion's. Dion's pissed. She's like, oh, we're fucked up. We fucked up the car, but we're going to stay here. And then he's like, I'm not talking to you. Then Rachel starts crying. And then they go back in the room, and then we realize that Rachel's black eye is fake. So Marty beat the husband, and he didn't really do anything. And Rachel's a big piece of shit, just like Marty.
Yeah.
And then he's all like, get the fuck out of here. He's getting mad at her.
Yep. He sure is.
For being like him.
Well, it's not a good look, you know?
And then he's like, I can't deal with this. I have a meeting with Spalding in the morning. Like,
does he?
No.
I'm confused.
And then he's like, Dion's like having like a psychic breakdown because, you know, and then he gets pissed and he throws all the balls, the Marty Supreme balls, out the window, and then they fall to the pavement and they go blink, 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 blink.
And it looks very cool.
Looks cool. Sounds good.
Sounds great. And I don't get it. Is this a metaphor for something?
Is this the last we're going to hear about the Marty Supreme ball in the movie called Marty Supreme?
Yes. Also, I didn't even fully register that they were called the Marty Supreme.
You didn't?
That's not great.
I knew that before I watched the movie. Yeah.
Wait, is that a real thing? Or you just
that the movie's called Marty Supreme and the ball's called Marty Supreme? Yes, because someone said that to me. They're like, "Oh yeah," or I heard that somewhere. It's like the movie's named after a ping pong ball, and I was like, "No, that can't be right." And then I read about it, and I was like, "Yeah, it's right."
Is the movie based on a real story of the guy that created this? No, okay. Someone was just like, "Oh, well, I wonder why this ball's called the Marty Supreme. I'll make a movie about it for no reason." Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't know. I don't understand it, Dan.
It's not a lot of true story embedded in this story.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
They go downstairs. Here's with Rachel, and then he says, "This is what he says to her: I have purpose. You don't."
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. that was intense. Yeah.
And then he's like, "I'll help you get the baby adopted." And then she's all like, "No, I'm having the baby."
I mean, but in his defense, right, he's pretty much right because she's just having a child. So she doesn't really have purpose in life, where he has ping pong. So that all makes sense.
You're saying having a baby is not a purpose, Tony? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's me and Marty both agree on that, which is why the end of the movie is so sad for him. Because he lost his purpose in life because now he is a child.
Rachel goes home, wakes up Ira, sees this black guy, tells him it's not her baby, and then he tells her to stand in the corner.
I actually appreciated that, where he's like, "I'm going to destroy everything because I'm so mad, so I need you to steer clear so I don't accidentally hit you." I thought that was very interesting. Not good, but just, an interesting character moment. Dan, can you explain to me how she knows that it's Marty's child?
Oh, because we saw that in the credits. Gotcha! Dick, it's a bird!
So she visualized the whole thing. Oh, okay, I see.
I mean, she could pay attention to her ovulating cycle and maybe when she had sex with him.
I mean, I guess.
It sure seems like she's, like, this is like the 1950s. And so, like.
Yeah. I don't know.
I have a hard time believing that. I really thought at the very end, Marty's going to look down at the baby and realize the baby wasn't his.
Be like, that baby doesn't look like me at all.
That's not my baby. He's like, get what's his name? Jerry Springer.
Get me Jerry Springer on the phone.
So now we have this sort of Rachel, I guess, goes to live with his mom, I guess. We never deal with that at all.
Worry about it.
And then Marty's finally doing some practicing. Finally doing a little practicing. So Rachel sets up the scam to try to get the 2K out of the dog guy, and it all goes south because they've gotten a fake dog, and that guy gets murders a guy.
Yeah, and we don't deal with that at all. We don't care at all about her friend that gets murdered. Okay.
And then she gets taken by them. Marty goes to see Kay, watches her show. Oh, God, this part. Before the show, he tries to return the necklace, and then she sees right through him, but then she's like, "Here's a ticket anyways." And in the ticket's the things like, "Meet me at midnight in the park because I need to fuck you some more."
Why? Why? This guy's a piece of shit. Why?
At the park, she gives him a real necklace, which is worth lots of money. They start having sex. And here come the cops. The cops are like, "You're all going to jail. We know who you are." Yeah. And then they find the necklace on Marty, and they're like, "Oh, but we're just going to take this necklace and let you go."
Yeah.
So let him go.
Bribery works every time. I love it.
He's walking her back to the party. He's all like, "Give me another necklace. Give me another necklace. You got to give me another necklace." And she's like, "Okay, I'm going to get you a necklace. Stay here." She goes upstairs. Yeah. At the party, and the reviews are coming in. Marty creeps on up there because he's a big piece of shit, and the party is ending. He goes upstairs where she is privately crying because the reviews are terrible.
It's hard. I'll just tell you that. It's tough.
It's tough when you do the opening night and then
it's hard because the whole thing is like you have to teach yourself to not believe the good or the bad. That's the only way to survive that sort of thing. Because if you buy into the good, you have to buy into the bad. It's just one of those things. I still remember I did a play probably 20, I'm 25, 26 maybe. I did a musical at the Bloomington Civic Theater, and the review came out, and the review was Tony Zek and Robbie McNamee play so broadly the play loses all plausibility.
What was the musical?
I don't even totally remember. We were like these two old dudes. Try to remember the kind of September. Do you know that?
I know that song. I don't know what it's from.
So that's the play. The Fantastics. There we go. I knew I'd get there eventually.
I've heard of that.
And I play the old actor, and I played him at 25 like this. They just fucking destroyed me, and I was like, well, I guess I'm quitting acting and killing myself is basically how I felt. So I get it. What I'm saying is I get how what she's going through right now, and it hit home.
But were they right?
It depends. So in my view, no, because I think that's where we all should have been. I think Robbie and I were doing what the play is asking for, and I kind of felt like some other people weren't. And so there was it does stick out in our performance because we were very vaudevillian, we were very theatrical, and everyone was very grounded. And it didn't really mesh, but it depends on who you ask.
So you're getting into conflict with the people that were like living the role.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, let's have some fun with it, guys. It's a Broadway show. It's an off Broadway show. Okay. Yeah.
It's about as many offs as you get. Interesting.
Reviews are tough. That's all.
See, no, I don't. It's like if you're doing fuck them.
I mean, I get that, but I love the praise. And so if you accept the praise, you have to accept the negatives too.
You just accept the praise that's correct.
But all praise is correct. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty great, Dan.
No. There's correct praise. The praise that you're like, any praise that like makes you think about what you're doing and go like, oh, okay. Like you did a good job. You're like, whatever. I don't care. If you give me some like very specific praise that's like, that part, you're like, there it is.
What's the worst, Dan, is when someone says it was surprise and they're like, wow, you were actually good tonight. I know you know exactly what I'm talking about.
That's my favorite kind of praise. That's the best praise of all. When the people come
I don't know about
when they come up to you, they're like, you're actually funny. You're like,
sure. You. But he just taught me a class for 8 weeks. That shouldn't be his response to be like, you actually were good up there. I can't believe it after knowing you for 8 weeks. I love Jay Lay.
Did Jay say that to you?
That was Jay. Yeah, that was Jay.
You're actually funny. Yeah, thanks, Jay. I always think back to the improv days when I had to deal with what's her name? I can't even think of her name. Who was the big teacher? Karen Mariama.
Karen. Yeah.
And I took her class, and she was brutal to me. But there was like this other guy that was terrible, and she loved him. Because he would march around like a soldier. I'm like, go fuck yourself. This isn't funny. But then, like a year passes, and then I'm in the audience, and she has a show, and there's only like 11 people in the whole audience, and she needs suggestions because it's improv.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck you, Karen.
Nah. Nope, not going to happen.
And she came begging to me for suggestions. And I'm like, there it is. I have won. And that was the point at which I won. And like her voice that was in my head just disappeared because I was the winner. She needed me for once. And she had to admit that she needed me.
I like that. It was. I like that for you. Yeah, and that's nice.
That's how you have to live your life. You're like defeating your enemies, crushing those bones.
Yeah, but I just lose.
See, lose Tony, all the time. You want. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Steal the necklace. Hanging out by the door. Party ends. Goes upstairs. She's crying. Give me another chance. There's no second. Oh, wait. He goes back downstairs to Kevin O'Leary. He's like, give me another chance. And he's like, "There's no second chances in life. You were rude and cocky."
But then he gets one.
And he's like, "I'll do anything." And then he's like, "Go grab a paddle." And then he's like, "Pull down your pants, bend over." And then we can see Chalamet's butthole.
Great butt shot. Great butt shot.
You have no power here. And the old rich fuckers laughed as he smacks his ass.
Real weird. It's really weird.
I'm just like, what am I supposed to feel about this?
I don't know the answer to that. I really don't. I have no idea. But I'm watching it and I'm like, this is weird. This is a weird moment that someone wrote.
You know what would be really good at here is where we paddled him with a ping pong ball.
What if
paddle.
we took his pants down and spanked his little pink butt? You know, that's great. I don't know, man.
I don't know. So, boom, he goes back.
Did I enjoy it? Sure, I enjoyed it. I just thought it was a little weird.
Did you enjoy it in an erotic way? Is that what you're saying, Tony?
Like more than the sex scenes, you know what I mean?
This was the sexiest scene in the whole movie.
This was the pinnacle of where we got sexiness from, and then all downhill from here.
So he goes back to the ping pong parlor, and lo and behold, there is the guy with the lost dog, and he's all like, "I got your pregnant girlfriend, and you got to come with me."
You
and
actually sound just like him.
Do I?
That's almost exactly
I got your girlfriend, right. And if you don't come with me right now, I'm going to take a hammer to her. Like, okay, goes downstairs.
All right, dude, calm down.
They drive to New Jersey. Gun battle. Everybody's dead. Rachel is shot.
Yeah.
They leave the dog there, and then they steal the car and then drive back. Another car window shot out.
But first, Dan, she's like...
She's like, "Go get the money." He's got $2,000 in his pocket. He goes there. It's really just a few ones with some pictures of nudie ladies on it, so it's no money at all.
Right. What?
He wasn't going to give him $2,000. He wasn't going to give him $2,000.
I mean, I get that.
He could have, but it was against his. He was principled. That's the whole thing. Is the criminal? That guy was actually That's the whole thing. Is I think everybody else in the movie. Maybe that's what this movie is about. Is to show that somebody like Marty is completely unprincipled.
Sure.
Because the Kevin O'Leary character, he's principled in his own twisted way. The dog guy is principled. His friend who helps him scam those guys is principled.
That I agree with 100%.
But he's that's the whole thing. Is if a character is unprincipled, you're just like, there's nothing to hang your hat on with them. It's just like, I don't want to. Why are you creating a character that's unprincipled? Because that's a question. Are most people in life unprincipled, or are most people principled? That's your question. Most people you don't ever want to deal with are unprincipled. That's the key.
Yeah. And then we're just forced to. We're just forced to deal with this for 92 hours.
2.5 hours.
But why are there nudie photos in it? You think?
Just needed paper. That was the only paper he had laying around.
Oh, you think that's what it is? Okay,
yeah,
great.
He had to make the wad thick.
I mean, I get that. I just feel like there's probably other paper around.
It's usually phone books or newspaper, typically.
Great. Well, but did they have phone books in the 30s?
Yeah, of course.
We don't know. Dan knows, he was there. He probably made the phone books. I was a phone book guy for many years. Dan's always got stories.
Wow. Why are you coming at me? Like,
I don't know. I'm all fired up about this movie. I don't know.
Tony's getting to the end. He's all like, brr, 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 brr.
He goes back to the car, and she's like, "Was there money?" And he's like, "Yep, tons of it."
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah, he said it, and I was like, "No, there wasn't." What?
Oh, well, he didn't.
About?
He didn't want to give her more worries. Her being shot.
Is that what it is? He's trying to save her from worrying that there's not enough money. I don't know.
Okay. Let's shoe on the other foot. You're Marty Supreme. I'm Rachel.
Got it.
He comes back to there and says, "Oh yeah, it was a bunch of nudie pictures at $4." I'm gonna be like, wait, what the fuck? I just went through all of this shit and got shot, and you got fucking $4? What the fuck? You're so dumb.
Yeah, you did a terrible job, Rachel. This is why I'm not going to take care of our baby, Rachel. That's what I would say. You know.
They get to the hospital. The baby's fine, but Marty can't get out of there quick enough. He's just like,
For real.
I can't. It's like that. This was the only part in the whole movie where I was with Marty. Where you're just like, where you're like in your relationship and there's something you really want to do, and you're just like,
sure.
Oh yeah, okay.
I would be right here, but
love to help with the laundry, but I gotta go. It's important.
I'm so sorry. I really wish I could help. Really, really.
They fly. I guess he made up with Rockwell somewhere. Oh, because he got paddled.
Well, because of the spanking. Yeah, like now that he's his sex slave, it's all good.
God only knows what orifices Marty had to offer up on that plane. That's a long flight. It's like, what are you doing to Marty now? Well, you can have him for an hour. Okay.
Don't roll the cameras on this, guys.
So we don't, if this was like a movie, you'd have a thing where Marty would show up and he'd be like, is this happening?
Some shit went down.
Going to that airport, you would just be like sweating bullets. That's
for sure. Yeah.
And
I wouldn't be getting on that plane at that point.
This whole movie spends all of its time not putting in the scenes where Marty actually has to go through a thing.
For sure. Yeah.
We
skip all those.
We skip all the real things and just have the things where Marty's fucking things up and it's blowing smoke up people's asses before they get fucked.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay, here we are. We're in Japan. We're at the Rockwell event. Marty's waiting in line with a hat. They send him to the back of the line. He sees the head of ping pong, goes over there and is like, I'm here. Check me out. I got the money. I'm paying you back. And this guy's all like,
I don't care.
Too late. I don't care. The brackets are set. Right. You're not part of the situation. And that's the thing. He would know that if he's really part of the thing, right?
Sure. You would think.
There's deadlines and there's people understand it's like when you start at Groundlings, you learn that process where it's like, they release the classes, you do the class, when you're trying to do something, you want to learn the rules because if you don't know the rules, you're not going to get anywhere.
Correct. So, it's tough. It's tough.
Whatever. So
it's weird.
He's all like, he was like, it's difficult for me to come here. The guy's just like, here's a bird. Go sit on it.
Sit and spin, baby.
So he goes out there. It's finally his turn. He's, ready to play Endo. And they're all like, if you lose, you got to kiss a pig.
A pig? What?
Well, they explained it. I don't remember what it was.
Did they? I must not have been paying attention.
Yeah. So he loses 14-21.
Well, they say something like if you're going to act like a pig, you should kiss a pig. They said that. I don't know if
that was the explanation.
That's it? Okay.
You act like a pig.
No need to go deeper than that. It's fine.
Kiss a pig. And then Marty is supposed to lose. He properly loses 14-21, just as it was supposed to be. And then the head of ping pong comes up there and he's all like, next week, the big thing. But first, we get an American kissing a pig. And then Marty explodes. But does he explode, Tony? Does he really freak out?
Nope, not really. He's just like, hey, you know what? Let's do it for real instead. This wasn't that fun for me. Let's do it for real. And everyone's like, okay.
Now, Marty says, this was all a sham. This was supposed to be 14. That's the part at which I lose all respect for Marty.
Sure. I can't believe you had up until this moment, but great.
But that's, that's unforgivable is airing like the truly private stuff, right? Because that humiliates you and them, right? You're just like that's the part that you leave out.
Well, that's his thing. He's burning down the whole place. He's like, if I'm going down, I'm taking all you down with me.
But that's not what you do. You take all of them down.
We shouldn't,
right? You shouldn't. I don't know.
He's not very bright. I don't know if you've been watching this movie, Dan. He's not too bright.
So they have the real game. Oh, I burped.
Thank you for the update.
We have the real game. But then Rockwell talks to him before the real game, and he's all like, I'm a vampire, Marty. You got to lose this. If you don't lose this, you're going to become like me.
Yeah.
Well, what was that speech? What was that about?
Do you want to talk about it now?
I mean, if you want to, I didn't understand that speech at all.
Okay, well, reports are that the original ending of the film.
There's an original ending of the film?
The original written ending of the film.
Okay, well, let's finish. Okay, so let's finish the film because there's just 2 minutes.
Put a pin in that then. Put a pin in that.
Okay, so he says, I'm a vampire. If you win, you're going to become a vampire.
Yeah,
basically,
correct.
you're going to not ever be able to be a human being.
Yeah.
Marty goes on to win. Kevin O'Leary's pissed at him, so he has to take a military flight back. Takes a military flight back. Sees Rachel. She's like, and he's like, I gotta see my baby. He goes in there. She does have a living baby. I was like, well, maybe they kill the baby.
Oh God.
Rolls over, shows him the baby, and Marty cries tears of joy. The end. Big music up.
Supposedly. Yeah, supposedly.
Cue Tears for Fears. Everybody wants to rule the world.
Yeah, okay. It's good.
So that's the ending. I'm sitting there. Tony's thinking like, there it is. He's trapped. He's never going to escape. He's never going to fulfill his dreams. He's crushed. He's done, so baby. Like he's going to spend a couple days with the baby. Leave it with his mom. He's out of here with the boys, doing whatever he does.
Yours makes more sense because he didn't learn a gosh darn thing in this whole movie. So he's not changing for sure. Changing at all. Yeah, I get that. Okay, so reportedly the original ending of this film, ready? The end of the film would be Timothée Chalamet with his granddaughter in the 1980s at a Tears for Fears concert. And Kevin O'Leary shows up looking the same age and bites him and turns him into a vampire. That is the original ending of the movie. He's really a vampire and he really curses Timothée Chalamet. That was what was written. And apparently, again, this is all reports. I don't know, but A24 was like, nope. That's not the end of the movie. That's crazy. We can keep in the vampire thing as a metaphor because he's like a blood-sucking capitalist. That's fine. But he's not really a vampire. That's crazy.
You're not like pranking me. You're not like
I'm not pranking you. This is, again, I don't know if it's true. This Variety reported on it.
Variety reported. It's true.
So like Variety, Polygon wrote about it. There's people that I trust that wrote this. And I think it's real, Dan. I think that's the original thing of the movie.
And then that's why we had all this the 80s music. Okay.
All the Tears for Fears, all the 80s is because it's basically like, I assume him like looking back at how he got to this point where he's a vampire.
But was he still? I mean, when Timothy ages, is he still going to look like a rat?
Well, he's probably like a little bit older, more wrinkly rat. Yeah, probably even more like a rat now that you say it.
I don't know, man. This movie was weird. I don't know.
It's super weird. I'm not going to say that I hated this movie, but I didn't like this movie. You know, I didn't think, boy, this should get an Oscar.
No, it didn't make me think anything about people. You know, I didn't go through this and go like, oh, this is a character. This is a character. It's like a character for the ages. Where you're like, oh, this is somebody who goes through stuff and, you know, makes questionable decisions, you know, because he doesn't even make questionable decisions. He's just like, who can I exploit? And then just sort of wander away and hope that nothing, you know, it's like, you're going to go to jail for smacking that guy in the face, you know? Oh, my God.
I mean, you would certainly think so, because that guy's dead.
God, we were watching this, one of the new police shows, you know, where they, like, follow. Yeah. This guy goes and he kills this kid walking home. And then they figure out who the guy is by looking at, you know, all the security cameras. Don't do any crimes, people, because there's security cameras everywhere. You will get caught.
Yeah, you're in the wrong generation. I'm sorry.
And that's why you set movies like this in the 50s. Is because you couldn't he couldn't get away with any of this stuff.
It's hard. Yeah,
there would have been, the shootout at the farmhouse with 12 dead people, it would lead right back to Marty. Everyone would know it was him, and he would be going to jail. There's 10 things in this movie that if it happened now, a person would be in jail. You can't do it anymore. So they figure out this guy. This guy, like, they find him, follow him in the car. He takes off, has a gigantic crash, and then he's wandering out of his car. His eyeball is hanging out.
Why? What? Why?
Because he was in a big crash. His eyeball.
I'm saying, why are you telling me this story?
Because there's actual consequences to things in life. And that's what this movie doesn't feel like. There's actual consequences to things in life.
Jesus.
That's what happens to you in life. You kill somebody, you get in a high-speed chase.
Your eye falls out.
You're down an eyeball. Down an eyeball.
Good Lord.
And you're going to jail for a long time. Think about that.
You watch weird shows, Dan. Dark stuff over there.
Any final notes about this classic movie, Tony?
It's not worth sitting through, in my opinion. That's all. I don't hate it. I don't like it, but like, I wish I didn't have to do it.
Just skip to the part where the ping pong balls fall out of the window. That's the best part.
It's a fun shot. Yeah, it's a fun shot. I don't know what it means. I don't really understand the deeper meaning of it, but it looks nice. So that's something.
Tony, we need a movie for next week.
We got to talk about what we liked this week.
Tony, what'd you like this week?
Boy, oh boy. So we started watching Rooster because you said it was good, and Dan is delightful. We're loving it so much. He's wonderful.
Everybody's a character. Everybody has motivations that are personal and not necessarily, and conflict, and also don't. It's like the wife's husband. You're like he's
Jamie Tarr.
He's an ad. Oh, who's Jamie Tarr?
From Ted Lasso? Jamie Tartt? No, that's the character from Ted Lasso. Jamie Tartt? The soccer player? The footy player? Yeah.
He's really good.
Anyhow, he's great. Yeah, he's great.
He's great. And you're just like, he's a character you should just hate, but you're also like, he has caught himself in a position, and he
done fucked up.
He screwed for what he did, and you're just like, it's interesting.
It's a great show.
I think really I've only watched 3 of them. I got to go back and watch more.
Yeah, you got to go back and watch more. Yeah.
There it is.
We love it. What about you? Did you enjoy anything other than guys' eyes falling out of their heads?
So I'm sitting there and watching Marty Supreme, and it's on HBO. It gets to the end, and that pops up all the little things, and there's one of them that's like a bowling thing. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Okay.
So I pull that up. HBO Max, I think. Born to Bowl. 5 episodes produced by Ben Stiller, looking at real professional bowlers.
Okay.
You watch the first, the 5-minute intro, and you're just like, this is 1,000 times better than anything in Marty Supreme. These are a bunch of real fucking people who are leading real lives, who have a sports dream, and then and you're like, these guys work. The one guy's like, because it's like a 4-month period of when all the is the season, and like one of them's out in like Reno, but most of them are kind of Great Lakes area, and he's all like, you can't afford to fly when you have 21 bowling balls that you have to bring with you. He brings 21 bowling balls. I don't think they
only need 2.
I don't think they all have 21 bowling balls, but he brings 21 bowling balls.
That's absurd, and I appreciate it.
And there's just some lines in there that these are like real people. They're real people. And Marty Supreme is like some weird caricature of God only knows what.
Yeah, you're right about that.
You're just like, this is stupid. And it's inspirational. And it's winning and losing. I just watched the first episode, and I was just like, this show's a fucking treat. I want to.
All right, I should watch this. I love bowling.
Give us characters. We want characters. Marty Supreme's not a character. He's this thing. He's like, I'm not going to dress up for him as Halloween. I don't care.
You could though if you wanted.
And I guess the Zach Krieger Resident Evil trailer dropped.
Oh, I'll have to check that out.
How the fuck has he already shot that movie and they're already dropping
I don't know. I don't know. That can't be right.
When people are young, they in Hollywood and they,
Yeah, he's gung ho. Yeah, he's going for it. He's got a man on a mission.
Tony, what do you got for us?
Well, I guess, do you want to pivot and do Under the Silver Lake, or are you over that idea? You want to wait a little bit to do it?
Let's wait a little bit to do that one.
All right. Well, then we're going to go to the movie that I want to do.
We have to do Under the Silver Lake. We'll do that movie at some point.
We'll put a pin in it because we need to do Jared Leto before we forget.
We need to do Jared Leto. Jared Leto. What do I think? The Joker. He's the Joker in the Suicide Squad movies.
Oh, great.
He's.
This is me doing the smile. Did you get it? This is the smile on his hand. You don't remember that?
I do when you mentioned it. He's Morbius. We did Morbius. Yeah. We loved it.
Yeah, we
Greatest movie ever.
This is not going to be as good as Morbius. Let's just put that out there right now. Nothing will compare.
There was actually a performance. Matt Smith actually did a performance.
Yes, he did.
In Morbius.
Yeah, he was having a good time.
He was great.
Yeah.
Okay, Tony, we're going Jared Leto.
Well, let's see who else is in this cast. Maybe someone will have a performance in this one. Nope. Nah. I'm just kidding. Evan Peters is in it. Jeff Bridges. That should give it away.
Evan Peters. Oh, we're doing Tron Ares?
We're doing Tron Ares. Yeah, I have to do it. The trailer itself just looks so stupid to me.
This is the latest. This is the latest one.
This is the 2025 banger.
So I haven't seen it.
In under 2 hours, which is nice. So that's a nice reprieve from what you just did.
It's under 2 hours.
It's under 2 hours. 1:59. It's not a lot under 2 hours, but that's with all the GFX in this. It's got to be 1:52.
It could be. It could be a 30-page script.
Could be.
Now,
I just thought it looks silly.
Yeah.
I need to watch it.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. Did you see the one before this one?
I have seen. It's two, right? There's two because they do.
There's the original one and then the second one
in the 80s, and then they came out with one in like 2000 something that I saw in high school.
He's like he's a
and
base,
then this one,
base jumper.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's her name?
It's gonna be good.
What's her name? Very attractive in that movie.
Who? Olivia Wilde.
Olivia Wilde.
Yeah, some stuff going on around her, huh? You see, it doesn't matter. We're not going to comment on Olivia Wilde. She's great. She's wonderful. Can't wait to see her.
We did her movie with the
one. Yeah. Sorry, darling.
Yeah.
No,
that
I don't think that's quite right, but it's close.
That movie was sad. But that, it's like you look at that movie, you're like, well, at least she was trying.
Don't worry, darling. That's what it was.
Oh, that one had your boy in it. You loved him in that.
Yeah.
He was good.
Yeah. Harry Styles, my boy.
No, not Harry Styles. Not Harry Styles. The other guy. Harry Styles looking like a pig man.
No, Chris Pine is who I like in that movie. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Harry Styles. So unattractive in that movie.
Yeah, no good. Chris Pine, great. Love that guy. Watch Star Trek again this week. I love that movie.
Chris Pine, even though Pool Man was terrible, you're just like
Pool Man wasn't great.
Pool Man was not good. Not good.
Okay, though. I mean, he did Dungeons and Dragons, so that makes up for pretty much anything else, in my opinion.
And he wasn't in what was Honey Don't?
Oh God. Yeah.
See,
is there one more of those coming out?
They're supposed to make a third one.
It's a trilogy, right? Oh, can't wait. Can't wait. It's gonna be good.
Okay. That's all we got. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. Give us a subscription or leave a comment. Somebody left a comment about how terrible the two people were in Balls Up.
How terrible we were?
No.
Or how terrible the... Oh, yeah, well, they're right. So congratulations, commenter. You nailed it. You nailed it on the head.
And we'll be back next week talking about whatever movie it is, the Tron movie.
Tron Ares.
We will see you then.
Goodbye, everybody.